So this is my current digs in Draževo, southeast Macedonia. Pretty typical Macedonian village house, incomplete at the top, but still perfectly livable at the bottom. I don't know if you can hear my neighbours. This side got some pigs and some chickens. Over this side there's some goats and sheep and some cockerels. Also there's a few humans about as well. But this is where I am for the time being. There's a fireplace, I've got plenty of chopped wood. The tap's outside here. Oh, and that's the toilet down the bottom there. Sorted. Diane has brought me to this natural hot pool in a hotel. It's still super Yugoslavian. It hasn't changed since Yugoslavian years. But that's okay because I'm clean and warm. It is the first rainy day in Macedonia after 3 weeks of blue skies, and it is bicycle maintenance day. So I am indoors by the fire. I have to fix the puncture in the back tube, and then, because I have time and no excuse not to, I'm also going to take the front tyre off and put the front good tyre on the back, put the rubbishy old back tyre on the front until I can get a new Schwalbe one. I'm going to put new brake pads on. I might even clean the chain. Just pop into the shops to check my repairs. These are the neighbour kids. Hello!
Hello!
They invited me around for coffee just as the internet went out, so we couldn't really communicate, so that was a bit weird. And now they're coming with me to the shops. I think I've done a pretty good job of fixing the tube and the brakes and stuff. But yeah, these kids are maniacs. I'd be staying indoors. So this is my local shop. It's 2 kilometres away, and I was beyond excited to learn that there's a fire in the middle of the shop. So I embarrassed everybody present by filming it. Sorry guys. The family invited me over for dinner. Na zdrowie! This is the pumpkin Zoran's talking about. It's candied, like candied fruit, and was really delicious. And this is sparrow, which I needed a bit of help finding the meat on, but it was also really good. I really like this Macedonian cottage. It's typical of the houses in the villages here with the wood and the stone, and it's falling down and derelict. But the extraordinary thing about this one is that there's still a bed hanging out the side of it. Extraordinary. Tap's been frozen for the last couple of days, so there's been a bit of a build-up of washing up. But back in business, running water, an amazing view. Almost pleasant to do the washing up when you're outside. I've been eating lots of homemade foods. This is a chilli sauce made with dry chilies, vinegar and water, and lots of homemade preserves. On the plate is a sort of pickled chili and cheese and ajvar.
Yeah, не може да кажеш това. Никой няма никакъв път да проверя, само трябва да документ. Бела.
Over my 2 weeks in the village, I helped to bump start 2 different cars. This one is an old Yugoslavian one belonging to Lupcho that hadn't been started for a year, but I guess there's some pretty talented bush mechanics around here because they got it going again. Alright, settle down, I'm coming. There you go, mate.
Bojanka! Jela!
No!
Bojana! Žarife!
Oh my god.
Ne. Ne.
Okay.
Ne.
I'm done. Hold on. This is my neighbour Lupcho's greenhouse. It's homemade out of wood and PVC. Everyone has these Yugoslavian stoves which must be built to last. Lupcho has one in his greenhouse. Bye, mate.
No,
One by one.
One by one. I can't hold it.
Baki, Zarife!
Whoa. Oh, the delicious persimmon. All the persimmon. Come outside for my multiple times a day firewood trip. I'm in week 2 in Draževo. I was supposed to just be here for a few days, and then Greece extended their lockdown, and then yesterday they extended it again, this time till January. They've extended it a full month, so that's that. I love it in this village, but I don't plan to stay for a month. So it looks like it's get a COVID test and off to Bulgaria for potentially Christmas and New Year. December is the snowiest month in Bulgaria, so I might even get a white Christmas. Let's see. Meanwhile, more logs on the fire. Coffee on, house heating. Exceptionally satisfying to sit by this all day long and make coffee next to the couch. I made myself some flashcards to belatedly teach myself the Macedonian alphabet. It's not quite Greek, it's not quite Russian, and it's definitely not Bulgarian. If I've learned anything from my daily Google searches for Macedonia coronavirus news, it's that the biggest news story in Macedonia right now is Bulgaria blocking their entry into the European Union, partly over disputes about whether their language is Bulgarian or not. I'm in Stymica to get my COVID test. I'm pretty nervous because I understand it's a pretty unpleasant process, but also because if I do test positive, I'm going to have to spend Christmas in isolation in Macedonia. This is Philip Vittori Polyclinic. Twice a week a van drives down from Skopje to Stymica. We pay at the window of the van, and then we get tested at the door, so that we don't even need to go inside the hospital. And then the results are available the next day. So I got the test, it wasn't so bad, got the results, and plot twist, I have COVID. So not completely the outcome that I was hoping for. I was due to cross into Bulgaria today. That, of course, is not happening, despite knowing a guy who knows a guy that can get me a false certificate, because, as I'm told often in Macedonia, this is the Balkan, everything is possible. But I think on balance I'm going to do the right thing and wait it out. So I'm getting ready for Christmas in ISO, in a country that doesn't celebrate on the 25th of December. New Year is a write-off because while there isn't a lockdown, there is a curfew, and then Macedonian Christmas is January the 6th, so perhaps I'll get to celebrate that, and then get retested in the new year, hopefully cross into Bulgaria then. So not exactly the way I thought I was going to close out this vlog, but I feel fine. I was a bit breathless a few days ago, I had a headache last week. But otherwise I'm okay. So the system works. I feel fine to travel, so I'm glad that the virus is being contained. I'm glad they caught it, and yeah, not an ideal Christmas, but none of us are having an ideal Christmas, I guess. So Merry COVID ISO Christmas from Macedonia.